Welcome to our 2020 recap version of our Squad Talks over coffee. Bryce Raley, Chief Storyteller here at the Marketing Squad, and we started the year with Aaliyah Peterson and myself. First episode, the pilot, as they would say, and we're wrapping up the year with obviously myself and Aaliyah Peterson.
Same chairs, same position.
Same chairs, different mugs. Because there's usually different mugs.
Christmas.
I picked it. So yours first, ladies first. How dare I?
I actually gifted this to someone long ago, and it has made its way in our cabinet here.
And what does it say?
Let heaven and nature sing.
And
Joy to the world.
Aaliyah has got pipes, so she could probably sing that.
Sing that to you.
And
We won't do that right now.
We won't do that. It's a bummer. I've got Quill's coffee, which is cool. I love stories. They usually are long-winded and they distract. But in this situation, they didn't have a mug all year long that we could buy. And I happened to go in there during the second lockdown recently, and I was just trying to support local businesses. I bought like $50 in coffee and myself, of course, a personal cup of coffee. And they had mugs on the shelf, so I felt like it was fortuitous. So we got the Quill's mug, and it's pretty cool one, actually.
We're working on a collection here. All the local places represented. So.
Exactly. So today's goal was just to recap a lot of the episodes that we shot this year, reflect back a little bit, and then we want to close with telling you about next year as well, because these will continue.
Things are coming.
Yeah. So, Aaliyah, the rest of the show is yours. I'm just gonna sit here.
Well,
drink Perrier.
You know, I
Pellegrino. How dare I?
No, that's the best kind. I usually keep in my head kind of a calendar pretty well. Now 2020's calendar feels a little foggier than...
Something happened this year?
Yeah, but I do know, we started out with our episode and it was about blogging. Like, does blogging still matter? What is blogging in 2020? And so, all we want to do is just remind that if you've missed some of those, like, here's how you can leverage them for your business. And some of them had some Easter eggs in it too, so we might challenge you to go find that.
An Easter egg is a hidden nugget. I didn't know that until like a year ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gaming term, I think.
Because I'm lame.
So, but blogging and how it matters for business. If you're trying to create a strategy for 2021 and you have to present to a team, a board, why investing in certain strategies and tactics over others, in that we give you several points of how it is like, what do we said, an annuity, and how it can pay you back in your business, not only helping bring in more qualified leads because of the quality of content, but the shelf life can be for years to come, bringing traffic to your site. And we all know that's still like a strong
series
website.
Of traffic payments.
Yes, and traffic health is one of the biggest ways to remain relevant today. Google, SEO, all those things. It's all about your website. Speaking of that, one of our other really important ones was 4 things your website absolutely needs. Emily, Kevin, they led that. There are more of our project side. Emily's our graphic designer, and your website has to look amazing today. But in that, I would say if you're trying to audit your website in 2021 or even consider redesigning it, that would be an episode that you shouldn't have missed. And we're going to link to all of our episodes with this video. Yeah,
that's reminds me of a couple trends that I'm seeing even as I see things on social, on Twitter, and different places. I feel like there's a trend toward a simpler design of sites. Whether it's a story mentality, clear calls to action. And it's always been, user experience has always been a thing. But I just feel like there's a simplicity thread running through a lot of what people are doing with their websites. And also, I'm saying blogging's making a comeback. It can be like a terrible prediction. I've seen people asking for it on Twitter, especially. Like, it'd be great if people were writing quality, takes and blogs and stuff again. And I'm a contrarian, so as everybody says, something dies, I say it's probably going to come back. So
yeah,
I think email is really changing too, to where I'm seeing people paying for subscriptions to email. Yeah. Far more than they did in the past.
So that might be something coming very soon, because we have not devoted an entire episode to that yet.
Look what we did there.
Planting a seed.
We also had Brooke on the team. Did a series on writing SEO and content pillars.
Yeah, which goes hand in hand with blogging, but yes, like truly how to rank for your content, how to keep your website strong, things like that. She's our client delivery manager, so if you've ever worked with us at all, she's probably had a hand in helping get that out the door.
And she also goes home with Taylor every night. Yes.
He's our videographer,
Because we're married.
also husband.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's important. Yeah, it's important.
So-
Yeah.
I was gonna say, and also if you've missed it, it's not, you're not totally behind. We just released an episode with Rob DeBoer,
Coach Rod DeBoer. Yep.
and he is an influencer in his own industry of health and fitness, especially the keto diet, and
Body comp keto. So
body comp,
variation.
a little bit
Yeah.
different. Yeah,
But he's in the keto
Yes.
supplement market with Prove It. Yes.
And because of his ability to engage a community and tell stories through social media, especially like Facebook, and going live, that's why we brought him in as that expert. And that's still relevant today too, is video and live, raw, like personal connection on social media. So
Yeah, I mean, people are doing a lot more periscopes on Twitter. Live on Facebook's been a thing for years, obviously. I mean, LinkedIn's even trying to follow.
they're
and stuff.
trying. Yeah, we love LinkedIn,
They always try.
but they're
They always
trying.
try.
Yeah,
God
they're
bless
trying to do some of the story and the
Bless
live
their heart.
options
Bless their heart.
potentially, but bless their heart.
A couple other episodes that were fun this year. Rob's was obviously fresh, but David Fishburne from Wirecrafters came on.
First guest.
Yes,
ever.
it was the first guest. Yes, talked Mondays with Milt, how that got started there. Talked a little bit of bourbon, a little UK basketball. That was fun.
If that interests you, be sure you watch that one.
Mhm,
We love David. We love Wirecrafters.
He's an
they're
expert
amazing
in those
brand.
things that we said.
Yes, and every business person should know a little about bourbon, probably in Kentucky. And so, speaking of guests, I mean, I think that's one of the biggest hopes we have for next year is, I think the intention of Squad Talks was to just more conversationally discuss the topics that not only matter a lot in our industry that we're working to be experts in, but that matter to businesses, but they sometimes don't always know why. They're asking the questions of like, how does SEO impact me or and so it started out with that intention, and that's still our intention. But I think that it's morphing into us connecting with our team and you all seeing their faces, us connecting with other business leaders and you seeing their faces, and we want to do more of that.
And we got Taylor, the
He-
man behind the
he
camera.
came
He came
in front.
from out
Yeah.
from behind the camera.
Yeah, check out his episode too.
Yes. What did we talk about, Taylor?
Video.
Good. Taylor's a simple guy. I love
Several
it.
of ours
To
were
the
video.
point.
We had a big topic of content SEO. We had one on ads. We went into video a ton. Websites was a big focus.
He's a
too.
very complex guy with simple takes, I should say. That's what I like. Yeah,
So besides guests, I think it would be cool to just cast a quick vision of what we're looking forward to in 2021. Squad Talks.
2021, we're hoping for nothing like 2020 as far as the year goes. But in terms of Squad Talks, we're going to come out of the gate with a series on branding. That's something that we've gotten better and better at over the years. There's some folks I know in this city, in this industry, who are just expert level at it. And I feel like the squad has really grown leaps and bounds in the last few years in our understanding of it, what we've done. And that's due to a lot of work that Leah's done, Kevin Peterson, Emily, and then Taylor as well in that world of our creative department. So we're going to come out and we're going to talk not just about visual design and branding, but we're also going to talk about your brand messaging, or brand story, if you will.
Yeah, those episodes should include some complimentary resources potentially. So you might
Is
not
complimentary
wanna
free?
miss it. Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay.
What else?
I think we're also going to get into just some leadership topics. We use a system here called Entrepreneurial Operating System, EOS. If you follow us on social channels, our blog, you see we talk about it some. It's a key, driver operating system woven throughout the business. And we're going to talk about how we lead with that, through that. We've built a little community here in Louisville of a user group, which really took off last year. It far exceeded the expectations of what we thought it might be and become. And so we'll talk about that. And then I think one big thing we're going to do is we're going to have more guests for sure. It's always fun to have guests in with different subject matter expertise, knowledge, fun. If we sit here and laugh the whole time, I'd be content. But people probably want to actually learn some things and
I'll
get
have
some
more jokes
resources.
next time.
You're working on some jokes? Okay, cool.
Well, and what you said about leadership and guests, I think that we've realized too, the more that we've partnered with companies through the EOS user group, even our space here, 2020 kind of turned into a year of we have some of the rooms just lend itself well to teams meeting to plan for the year, to build team building activities and things like that. And so we feel like it's on our hearts to be there for businesses, whether that's just for team growth and scaling their business, for developing their core values, their mission. That's very, very important and foundational for the squad. And we feel like that's something we want to speak into to other businesses. So
yeah, Aaliyah's been a champion of that internally, where she came last year and just said, part of our brand message here and who we're about is being the there for you agency. Here for you, there for you. I already screwed that up. Taylor's laughing. Part of our brand messaging is what Bryce didn't say. But yeah, being here for you, and how can we use our office to be good stewards of it? How can we make it just a hub of cool marketing stuff in East Louisville? We're excited about that. Parts of it wouldn't have happened without COVID, I would say, maybe. But we're excited about what it can be post-COVID in terms of having folks in and using the space and whatnot. So I think that's something to look out for in 2020.
Lots to look out for.
Lots to look out for. We want to thank you, all 7 viewers of this show. Now the channel's growing. Taylor's rocking. The subscribers are going up.
We exceeded 100 subscribers on YouTube, and this is not even the main place we share it. It's YouTube, but we also are, LinkedIn and Facebook is often where we get connected with people.
What Aaliyah wants you to know is we natively upload these to platforms, and those views don't get counted on YouTube.
Exactly.
So she wants you to know that.
If you're not following us on YouTube, follow us on YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe. And also, we just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays to all those out there. This will drop before the season, and then we will see you back in 2021.
Joy to the world.